Dom came last season, perfect match. Came this season, but it's Melinda that wants her 5 minutes of fame. Harry is on every show or inside every contestant that has been on a Netflix show, and he's trying to say that Melinda wants her 5 minutes of fame. Hey guys, so coming in a bit late, coming in at episode 7 to 9 of The Perfect Match, but I have many thoughts. I was away, came back, caught up on it just in time for the new episode that dropped today. This video will be coming out tomorrow, so the episode dropped yesterday, but I have many thoughts. I want to talk about it. I want to discuss it with you guys in the comments. So without further ado, let's get into it. So we start episode 7, carrying on from where 6 left off. Like, who is Kaz gonna choose? He does end up choosing Micah, which means that Holly and Melinda, it's goodbye. But I've seen last season, so I knew it's probably not the last we're seeing of them. And boy, do we see them. I have many thoughts, okay, when they come back, but we'll get into that a bit later. So then we have the challenge. Kaz and Micah end up winning, which means they get to go on a date, and they're expressing how much they care about each other and they're scared of losing each other. And it seems all sweet, and I'm like, they are about to set them up for failure. And even just how the house has been looking at them recently, I'm like, this is going to be their downfall. Yeah, that's what we're about to see. I sensed it. So they're talking about, how they want to try and progress on the outside. I'm like, we're not addressing the elephant in the room here, guys. Are we going to do long distance? Are you both down for that? Like, he lives in London, she's in Seattle, I think. Like, it's not addressed at all. So I'm like, But yeah, like I said, we're starting to see a few alliances forming in the house, which is interesting. I always find when that happens within shows, I love that. I love seeing, I don't know, people's psychology, who it is that they're drawn towards. Why is it? And here it's obviously they see certain people as threats or see themselves as better than certain people. Love it. Let me know your thoughts on the alliances below. Harry, I'll say this about Harry. I'm going to be positive now about Harry, somewhat. In the end, it's not going to be so positive. But he's good TV. Like, when I saw him coming on, I'm like, it's going to be a good season. Take him with a pinch of salt. Just like these love notes that he writes for Jess on the bed. I'm like, I don't know how genuine that is. Like, he says she's an amazing mom on one of the notes, which I'm not doubting that she is at all. But Harry, you haven't seen her be a mum. So I would side-eye that if someone said that to me, like, you haven't actually seen me mother, as the kids say. Yeah, so I was like, how genuine is that? So Micah and Kaz go to the boardroom. They put Alara on a date with Nigel. And they put Stefan on a date with Britain. Both of these people are their type. So they're trying to rock the boat, see if they can shake this couple, because they do seem to be strong. One thing I like about Americans on reality TV shows and game shows, they play a game. And that's what makes it interesting. Like, when it comes to UK shows, people get angry when someone's playing a game. Like, duh. Like, sorry, sidetrack. UK Big Celebrity Big Brother. I forgot the contestant's name, but she was American. And she had to vote to put someone up for eviction, and she put Ekinsu up because she was like, I feel like you could be popular. Eliminate the competition. I'm sorry, we're all here to win. And everybody got on to her about that, which wasn't nice. And it's like, I love that the US are like, no, this is a game. Yes. Let me know your thoughts on that, on the differences between UK and US shows. Anyway, we're going down the path. I watch a lot of reality TV. So both Alara on her date with Nigel and Stefan on his date with Britain, they both seem to be hitting it off, right? So they come back to the house, and Alara's like, she's flaunting it about like, yeah, he's my type. We had a great time. The minute Stefan says the same thing, and Stefan actually said, one of my types. And I noted that down because I was like, okay, he's trying to be politically correct. Alara storms off. And it's like, so you can dish it, but you can't take it, like double standards. Then Stefan confesses to her that he kissed Britain. I was like, wait, did I miss that? And then he's like, he's just messing with her, and the two of them match. So Micah and Kaz's advances to try and split them up didn't work out, and yeah, they decided to match. But I do have, let me know your thoughts on this, guys. If Stefan hadn't have played that trick on her to say he had kissed Britain, I don't know if she would have been as quick to match with him. She may have let him sweat a bit, But I think the relief of, oh, he didn't kiss her, he still wants me. She was like, let me just snap it up. But I think she was going to play a few more games before she said, okay, yeah, let's match. If that. Let me know in the comments below what you think. So then you have Nigel trying to speak with Jess, but he's like, you know, Harry's my guy, but I'm still gonna try. We hear that a lot on this show, and I'm like, that's a bit crazy. Like, if someone is my friend, I'm not gonna try and pursue who they're coupled up with. But then again, that's a whole other conversation of people throw the word friend around way too loosely, especially within the industry. Story for another day. So of course, Britain realizes it's not gonna work out with Stefan, so she pulls Kaz for a chat. Micah is not happy about it. And then in turn, Nigel is pulling Micah for a chat. And you've got Elise in the back trying to sabotage and encouraging all of this, like telling Britain, yeah, go to Kaz, and telling Nigel, yeah, go to Micah. And I'm like, Elise, why do you hate Micah so much? Like, Elise and Micah's rivalry is so funny to me. They're both trying to sabotage each other. It's crazy. Side note, can we just talk about, guys, if you happen to be watching this and in the future you end up on a dating show, can we leave in the past people talking about how good at eye contact someone is, like it's a unique thing? Because everybody is talking about, oh, you're so good at eye contact. If everyone's good at eye contact, it's not that unique anymore. Everyone can do eye contact. Okay, let's go over it. Because on every show, like on Love Island, everyone's like, you're so good at eye contact. Here, eye contact. Guys. Oh my god. So yeah, we continue on, and Britain and Nigel, like, they're tag teaming, trying to work to break up Micah and Nigel. And then when Kaz realizes, sorry, Micah and Kaz. And when Kaz realizes what's going on, he kind of flips out at everyone. And I get the frustration. It's like, why are you guys trying to target us? And he clocks onto what they're doing. And I feel like they were gaslighting him, saying, you know, why are you getting mad? You guys were doing something. And one thing for me, this is my observation. If someone is my partner, be it in a game, well, this is a game show, so you're truly partners in crime, whatever, life partner, have my back in public. Pull me up in private. Maybe he didn't need to get all as loud as he did or whatever, but I don't think he was in the wrong. And Micah talking to other people like, yeah, what's he doing? Like, it feels like throughout this, she never really has his back and is quick to like throw him under the bus. So that didn't really sit well with me. But I don't know. I haven't looked online at the discourse about all of that. So let me know your thoughts on Micah and Kaz in that situation. Like, I feel like she could have had his back more, because she could see they were trying to, when he tells you they're trying to pit us against each other and separate us, you should be equally upset, no? Like, and don't get me wrong, I don't want a man that is easily like, gets angry or starts fights or anything like that. And I tell everybody that I date, like, I have that conversation up front, like, what would you do in this situation if this happened? And they tell me what they would do, and I'd be like, no, we're gonna walk away. If that's something you can't do, we're not meant to be, right? So I can get why you wouldn't like that, but maybe just, yeah, calm him down, but have his back a bit more. Nigel and Britain go home anyways, and they don't match with anyone. So yeah, then the next day, Nick comes and lets them know they're going to have a girls' day and a boys' day, so they're going to be separated from each other. This is going to get good, because obviously we saw in the previews all the past contestants and ones that haven't got to come through yet are going to come in. So we're like, okay, this is when it's going to happen. That's where episode 7 ends. Episode 8 picks up where it left off. The boys are like by the cenote, I think it was, and then all the girls come in. And one thing you can count on, guys, when they're alone, away from their girls, and then they bring in a whole new group of girls, they get excited, and they did not disappoint. They lived up to that stereotype in my head. They were gassed. But yeah, then Nick obviously lets the guys know that the same thing is happening over with the girls. Way to get in their heads. So then they're going to be thinking, all right, well, if they're going to be moving mad, we may as well move mad as well. Like, I'm here for a bit of getting in people's heads. Not mad at it. But yeah, we meet Christine. I didn't actually watch her season of Too Hot to Handle. Beautiful girl, like gorgeous, stunning, tall, long legs, confident, everything. Like, I can't imagine a guy that wouldn't like her. And she's feeling or going for Kaz, and she's going in hard. And what's crazy is everybody else is encouraging it. All the guys are like, kiss her, kiss her. She's right there on him, like ready. And he manages to like restrain himself, which is quite impressive, to be fair. Like, of course, men shouldn't cheat. Are they even in a relationship? Anyway, he did good because the pressure was on and you could see he was getting in his head like, wanting to and didn't. So shout out him. But yeah, he managed to stay strong. But the sabotage for Kaz and Micah, maybe there's more we didn't see and they were really strong in the house because they won 2 challenges, so they're strong as it is. But even just compatibility wise, maybe they did seem strong and people are threatened. Again, it's a game, so are they wrong to sabotage? Because to win, you need to take out your biggest competition. Can we be mad? And yeah, even on the girls' side, Micah's trying to just be chill, not really speaking to the guys. And Tolu's like, yeah, no, go speak to the guys. I'm like, because Tolu's not speaking to any of the guys. So I'm like, is this a sabotage? Like, on Tolu's side as well? Like, everybody is coming for Micah and Kaz. So yeah, in the end, Micah goes to talk with Izzy, and it seems like they're having a good conversation. But I'm just like, if Kaz comes back and says, I don't want anyone else, Micah's not going anywhere. She's not going to care about Izzy. But, you know, cute conversation, whatever. I just want to know, Izzy, do you have actual plates now? And then we have Tolu, who's, like I said, staying loyal to Chris. Meanwhile, on the other side, Chris is trying it with Zanti, and she doesn't even want him, which is more embarrassing. Like, what's more embarrassing is your guy, not your guy trying and succeeding with another girl, but trying and, like, she turns him down. He's not even desirable. He couldn't even do it right. Oh, Chris. Now, I'm going to try and follow my notes because I can get sidetracked and lose it. Harry and Melinda. Let's get into it. Because off the bat, they're moving mad. He's carrying her around. I'm sure they were straddled at one point. Maybe I need to go back and watch the footage. But it was a lot. Like, if Harry was my man and I saw that, I would not be happy. He was doing the most. She's coming. She's sitting on his lap. And he's loving it. He's allowing it. He's enjoying it. And then we hear Holly say to Stefan, I think it was. I don't remember who she was talking. Or no, I think it was Justin. One of the two. That yes, they kissed. Oh my God, they kissed. That's what she says. And the other one says, really? I didn't see anything. Shifty, he saw something. Melinda says it. And then Harry's like to her, why are you saying that? It didn't happen. Shifty. It defo happened. I'm going to stick on my notes. I've got many thoughts. Okay, no, that's the next note, so I'm going to go into it. What I didn't like is the theme throughout the rest of the episodes, right? Harry trying to say Melinda's making it up for screen time and clout. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Melinda was just the host of a Netflix show. I don't think she needs the clout or screen time. She's had more than enough. Thank you very much. Like, what we're not going to do is play someone like that. Like, yes, Harry is well known within that Netflix stratosphere and just social media and everything in general. But the kiss happened. So for you to get out and lie, you're trying to put her down. We're not going to do that. Yes, was she overly flirty? Yes. Was she going for what she wanted? Yes. But that's the name of the game. That's what they were brought there to do. What you're not going to do is try and like put her down and embarrass her like that. I was not feeling that at all. And any like thoughts I had of Harry, like, yeah, it's great TV, went out the window at that moment. Disgusting. And anybody else, I'm so sorry. The kiss happened. It happened. Anyway. So yeah, then we have Brighton trying to get into Micah's head, telling her, what is he saying? Oh yeah, Kaz is not serious. There's someone else in the house he told me he wanted. Micah, think with your head. Even if he had said that, you've been there long enough now, he would have explored it already, and he hasn't. Brighton is just trying to get back in the house. Did it work? Anyway. So yeah, it's the end of the girls' parties and the boys' parties, and they go back to the house. The boys go first, the girls come back after, and then Jess realizes that Harry is not in the living room with everyone. She's like, where's Harry? They're like, he's in bed. She's like, oh, that's weird. So she goes up to see what's going on. And he's like, oh, I feel like I embarrassed you. Da, 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 da. And I'm sorry, but him bringing her daughter into it and him crying, manipulative. I don't know much about his dating history, but if girls were to come out and say in relationships he's been quite like manipulative, gaslighting, I would not be surprised. Like, yeah, so he's saying, oh, I'm so sorry, I've embarrassed you and your daughter, da 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 da. And then she's like, what did you do? And he's like, there were stones on the floor, so I carried Melinda to the toilet. Really? Harry, really? And so it's like, so that's what you're crying about, because you carried someone because there were stones, because you were a gentleman. It was a harmless carry. And Jess, if you had any sense, the story keeps adding more and more and more as time goes on. He's telling you more after the fact. And I think initially, Jess should have stuck with her gut, because she knew you're not crying over just that. And she was ready to be out, and she walked off. And then she's like, okay, no, let me come back and try and sort this out. And they're going to come for me. They're going to come for me because Jess is a Netflix golden child and people love her. She gave us a great speech on Love is Blind. You're going to need your EpiPen, you're going to choke. 10 out of 10, great, right? So now she's this female empowerment, girls, like take no shit, da 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 da. But it's not given that in that moment, because you believed the lies. And it was so obvious the guy is lying, but maybe even not in that moment. We're going to get into why it was more obvious later. But I feel like, number one, she's maybe not who she was trying to paint herself out to be initially. There's that. But number two, she's kind of thinking, he is well known, the deals we can get after. Like, she's about the bag. And if that's the only reason, fair play, off to the top you go, get your money, get the bag. But anyway. But yeah, he's just telling her half-truths, like, yeah, Melinda was going around saying something happened, but it didn't. Like, trying to pre-warn her for the next day. But yeah, they end up squashing things. Apparently, in the morning, they tell each other they love each other. After that, okay. The next day is the mixer. All the old and new casts come back. And then Harry's trying to get ahead of things. So he goes over to Melinda like, oh, can I talk to you real quick? And she's like, no. Harry, question. If Melinda wanted clout and extra screen time, would she not have had the conversation with you there and confronted you about you kissing her and lying about it? If she really, because that would have been the best way to make it explosive and get ultimate screen time, no? Question, just inquiring minds want to know. But yeah, I rate her for telling him no. And Harry is shaking. So the girls sit down. So this is like end of episode 8 and crosses over into episode 9. The girls sit down, and the girls that live in the house, can we just be clear? The girls that live in the house ask the girls that were at the mixer, give us the tea, tell us what happened. Am I wrong? Am I lying? The girls tell them, the guy said you were all over them. And they're like, no. So they give them the facts. And Melinda says, Harry was flirtatious or whatever. He kissed me. In that moment, Jess is fuming, of course, because now she's realized Harry has lied to her. Well, you'd think she's realized that. And what I didn't appreciate is now Jess and Alara, boo to you, tomatoes, coming for Melinda. Yes, did she say it like loud and yeah, he kissed me and wanted a reaction a bit? Maybe, but you guys asked them. You asked them what happened. And now when they tell you, you're getting an attitude about it. Trying to put Melinda down like, you should have been more of a lady. Do you feel good going around kissing men? Like, no. What we're not going to do, it's not like she was doing that outright point blank period, but there was a small element of like slut shaming, trying to talk down on her. And for someone just, it was like a girl's girl. This is the thing. People that label themselves girl, female empowerment, they're the worst. They're the ones you need to look out for. And the way they were trying to come for Melinda, why? Just because she's confident, it makes you uncomfortable anyway, I don't want to make this about that. But when a black woman is like just outright so confident, not trying to like, shy themselves away, it can make other people uncomfortable. And they get labeled as, trying to chase clout when she's a Netflix host. Get her a few minutes of fame. When you've just bounced from show to show. It's not making sense to me. But anyway, maybe it was edited out. I'll give that benefit of doubt. But Jess owed Melinda an apology for how she spoke to her. That was disgusting, when it should be Harry getting all of that energy. And what did Harry get? She got back with him. Play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. And yeah, Harry just throughout kept saying Melinda was just trying to get her 15 minutes of fame. That really was rubbing me the wrong way. Like, let's not downplay her. Let's really not. Guys, let's not, okay? Xanthi lets Tolu know that Chris was trying it with her and she turned it down. This whole mixer is a mess. I love it. Then we got Kaz going around getting to know all the other girls. Micah's talking with Brighton. And then they're playing this like cup game or whatever, and whoever loses has to kiss a certain person. So Kaz is there playing, and then he ends up kissing Holly. Micah walks in when the kiss is happening. Jesus is Lord. She's not happy. Rightly so. But yeah, so Kaz and Micah end up getting into a heated argument. And on these shows, they do play these kind of games where they end up kissing random people. So it's kind of what you signed up for. And Micah has been getting to know other people and also always doubting Kaz. Like, she was pushing him away a bit. So they let people get to them, I feel like. I feel like they could have been a strong couple to the end, but people got into their heads. And yeah, from that argument though, Kaz goes off, matches with Christine. That was such a guy thing to do. Like, you're feeling a certain way, so like for your ego and pride, you're just gonna go and match with someone. Like, yeah, that was a very that was a reactive response, I feel like, to their argument. And now, as if it wasn't bad enough, now we have Dom reassuring Jess, fair play, reassure her, talk up your friend if you want to, because you want to help him make it work. Even though you know he was doing some mess, because you almost outed him in, I don't remember what episode it was, but the first half of Perfect Match that dropped, you almost outed him then. And now you're like, oh, but you know, people like Melinda, she's just trying to get her 5 minutes of fame. I really don't like how they're trying to play Melinda. Dom, Harry, Jess, Alara, all of you, the way you were coming for Melinda, not a fan of it at all. You guys can have several seats. Goodbye. Good night. Dom came last season, Perfect Match. Came this season, but it's Melinda that wants her 5 minutes of fame. Harry is on every show or inside every contestant that has been on a Netflix show, and he's trying to say that Melinda wants her 5 minutes of fame. Who else? Alara, I don't know much about her, to be fair. She was only on one other show. But yeah. But also, why are you getting involved? But yeah, was not a fan. And then we have Harry. One thing Harry's going to do is play the victim. Okay? He's now throwing up and crying because he's so distressed about everything. Who else? Chris. We'll get on to Chris as well. These men like weaponizing their tears. And I just want to make one thing clear. I am all for men crying, right? Being in touch with their emotions. I don't think there's an issue with it. But when you use it when you've been caught out because you're in the wrong and now you want to use your tears, not a fan of that. Also not a fan when women do that. Weaponizing your tears, not here for it at all. Okay? Jesus is Lord. Okay, so I almost forgot about this part. Melinda and Jess are talking, and Melinda lets Jess know that Harry said he wanted to fuck her and put a baby in her. And Harry had told Jess that he said her stomach looked good and it would look better with a baby in it or something. Jess, come on. The writing is on the wall. It's in front of your face in bold case writing. Bold uppercase writing. There we go. The man is lying and he was telling you half truths. Because Melinda to say that out of nowhere, like, Harry's told you something similar. Do the math. Girl. Now, let's go over to Elise. Some more lighter entertainment for this scheduled programming. She's not serious. She seems to have a good thing going with Justin, but she wants to go for, what the hell is that man's name? Brighton. And I feel like the only reason she wants to go for Brighton is because she saw Micah had interest. These girls, I don't know what. She wants Micah to have the worst experience. I think after they sent Harry on a date, she was like, nah. But yeah. So she decides she's gonna go for Brighton. I'm like, this guy is unserious, but do what you want to do. And then she tells Justin, yeah, I'm gonna couple up with Brighton, and he's just like, what? And then she's like, please, can I talk to you about it? And he's like, no. And she's getting annoyed at him. But at the end of the day, if he does want to hear it, he does want to hear it. And I rate him, and I'm there. I understand it fully. Like, save me. Drop me out. I don't want to hear it. And speaking of, okay, why does Elise hate Micah? Why does Micah hate Izzy? Because she keeps forgetting he's even an option. Yeah, they end up coupling up, matching together. But last resort. And Izzy's there, like, you are my person. I'm here for you. I want you. And Micah's like, who should I pick? Even in the first couple episodes when Izzy was trying to shoot his shot, like, yeah, let's go talk. Like, you should talk to someone. And she's like, yeah, okay, Kaz, can we go talk? But yeah, so Micah and Izzy end up matching. And then Tolu and Chris, like, Tolu calls out Chris, like, I don't want to be just an option. Like, I genuinely want to get to know you and be with you, but you're like trying with other girls and I'm last resort. Like, I don't want that to be the case. And he starts crying. Like, these men weaponizing their tears, not here for it at all. And that's exactly what he does, but it seems to work. I guess Tolu's like, what else is there? Or as they like to call her, Tolu. Americans saying Tolu kills me, Tolu. Yeah, so they end up coupling up as well. And that's that, guys. Great season overall. Like I said, not here for how they tried to play Melinda. And I'm gonna be so real. It's not even like I'm a huge Melinda fan and have been following what she's doing or whatever, but I was just not here for what they were doing there at all. So yeah, Alara, Jess, Harry, Dom, could not care for those guys at all. Like, it was disgusting how they were talking about them. And there was, listen, I don't want to say it, but I feel like I could see a bit of something going on there. And you could say Dom is in the mix as well, but we know how Dom feels about us. Really and truly and really. We saw what he did to Tolu. Why did that man look so upset when he was coupled up with Tolu and they won a challenge? He looked like he just got told off by his mum. Anyway. But yeah, no, I really enjoyed these 3 episodes. They are bringing it. The producers are producing. The contestants are contestanting. They're giving us great TV. Even if you think it's them trying to get their 5 minutes of fame, or actually be honest and call out what's going on. Harry. But yes, I can't, I don't know when, I feel like in a week or so, the final few episodes will drop and I will be reviewing them too. But until then, this is what it is. I hope you guys enjoyed. And yes, as always, I've been prompting you throughout this video, but comment below your thoughts on what went down. I want to chat with you about this. I want to talk about this because can't believe how they did Melinda. I've got many thoughts on that. And like, who do you want to win? Who do you think is the perfect match? Because at this point, as much as I don't like how she was talking about Melinda, I guess Alara and Stefan probably. Other than that, yeah. That's about it. But yeah, let me know who your perfect match will be. And yeah, your thoughts on all the different characters, all of that. But yes, as always, guys, I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. All that good stuff I meant to ask you to do, please do. And I'm just rambling now, and I don't really know how to end this. So I'm just gonna go.